everyone, I am Tanuja. Welcome to Chemistry Guru YouTube channel. So this video is completely about bridge course. In this session, I am dealing with only a basics of a chemistry. Okay, what is this bridge course? It is a bridging between your previous classes knowledge to a next upcoming classes. Okay, it is a bridging between previous classes knowledge to a upcoming classes knowledge. So these basics are must and should for your higher classes. Okay, so in this session I am dealing with some basics of chemistry. So the very first learn about what is chemistry. What is chemistry? If I ask you to define chemistry, how do you define chemistry? So it is a branch of science which deals with the study of properties, structure and composition of matter. So chemistry is a branch of science which deals with the properties, structure and composition of matter. What is properties? What are properties? Okay, if you are for example you are taking a chalk piece. Okay, you are taking a chalk piece. So to study the properties, what is the boiling point, what is the melting point, so study of these properties. Okay, next structure, how it is how it will look, whether it is a cylindrical shape, whether it is a oval shape. Okay, it is about structure. And next composition, whether the chalk piece is made up of calcium or sulfur or anything else. So it is a composition. To study these things, okay, properties, structure, composition of a matter, it is called as a study of these things is called as a chemistry. Then what is matter? And what is matter? Anything which occupies anything which occupies a space. So I told example chalk piece. It occupies some space. Okay, anything which occupies a space is called a matter. And this matter is on the basis of physical and chemical properties. It is divided into two categories. One is physical. On the basis of physical classification, it is divided into solid, liquid and gases. Matter on the basis of physical classification, it is divided into three categories: solid, liquid and gas. So again, this solid, it is having a definite shape. Chalk piece is an example of solid. So it is having a definite shape. Definite shape and having definite volume. Solid, it is a rigid structure. It is having a definite shape and volume, and the atoms in the solid are closely packed. If it is an example of a solid matter, the atoms in the solid are closely packed. There is no gap between the two atom particles. Closely packed. And the intermolecular force of attraction is strong. Interatomic force of attraction is very strong. And again liquid, definite volume. Liquid, it is having definite volume and it does not have definite shape. It will have the shape which the container, okay, which if a liquid is filled in the bottle, that shape will it occupies the container's shape, and the atoms in the liquid is loosely packed, loosely packed, and the interatomic force of attraction between the atomic particles comparatively solid, it is less. And gases, no definite shape, no definite volume, and the atomic particles are loosely arranged, and the interatomic force of attraction is very low, comparatively solid and liquid. So this is about physical classification of matter. Next, chemical classification. So in this you have again three categories: elements, compounds, mixture. On the basis of chemical classification, elements, compounds and mixture. What are elements? At present in a periodic table, how many elements are there? So at present you have 118, total 118 elements. In that nearly 90 are natural and remaining are artificially synthesized. What are elements? Elements, these are the substances which cannot be decomposed by any ordinary chemical methods. What are compounds? These are the substances which can be decomposed into two or more substances by some ordinary chemical methods. Okay. For example, you have a compound example: water, ammonia. Okay. These are the examples of compounds. These substances can be decomposed into two or more substances by some ordinary chemical methods. And here the constituents of a compound do not retain their properties. For example, here it is a water. Water properties, it is a water compound which is made up of two substances, hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, so if you see the properties of constituents, the hydrogen properties and the oxygen property do not match with the water whole compound. Mixture, these are the substances which can be separated into their constituents by some physical method. Example, you have air. So this is about the classification of matter. Next comes atom. So this atom concept is proposed by a John Dalton. He proposed one atomic theory. In that he studied what is the inner structure of matter. Then he introduced the concept atom. Okay. So what is atom? It is the smallest particle of the matter. It is the smallest particle. It is the smallest particle of a matter, or it is the smallest particle of an element. It takes part in a chemical reaction. It is a very smallest particle of a element and take part in a chemical reaction. Atomic mass. So we know that atom is the very smallest particle. So then of course the mass of atom will be a small. So here the absolute mass is not calculated because it is atom is a very small particle. So here they are using one standard atom for calculating the atomic mass. So it is the definition comes here. It is the ratio of mass of an atom of that element to mass of an atom of carbon 12. Okay, here they are taking a carbon 12 as a standard. Why carbon 12 as a standard? It is a stable. This carbon 12 isotope is a stable and it is abundantly available in a nature. So atomic mass, it is the ratio of mass of an atom of that element to mass of an atom of carbon 12, and the unit atomic mass is represented by AMU. Unit of atomic mass is AMU, atomic mass unit. And here I told carbon isotope carbon 12. So what is isotope? Isotope, it is a atom of the same element having same atomic number but different mass number. Same atomic number but different mass number. For example, you have hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen isotope, you have 3. So it is the atomic number. Same atomic number, different mass number. Molecule. So as we studied atom, it is the smallest particle of an element. Here the molecule, it is the smallest particle of matter. Smallest particle of matter, and which have independent existence, which can independent existence. It is made up of 2 or more same kind or different kind of a element. Example, you have O2 molecule, H2O molecule. It is made up of same or different atoms. And next, molecular mass. So what is the molecular mass? It is the sum of atomic masses of atoms present in the molecule. It is the sum of atomic masses of all atoms present in a molecule. So example, you can see here CH4. Okay, CH4. What is atomic mass? What is the definition of molecular mass? Sum of atomic masses of all atoms, all individual atoms. Carbon H4. Carbon atomic mass 12. Hydrogen atomic mass 1. There are total 4 number of hydrogen. So 1 into 4. 12 plus 4. 16. Likewise H2O. 1 into 2 plus oxygen 16. So 18 is the molecular mass of water. Okay. So this is about molecular mass. Valency. So it is an important valency throughout first PUC and second PUC. This concept is important, and questions on valencies may be asked in your JEE Mains and NEET exam. So please concentrate. Valency. What is valency? It is the combining capacity of an element. Combining capacity of an element. What is this combining capacity? It is nothing but it is the number of electrons when an atom is shares or gains or loses when combining, when bonding is formed between one atom to the another atom. Okay, it is totally the number of electrons in which an atom loses or gains or shares in formation of bonding between the one or more atom, the formation of a compound. And the outermost electron of an atom is responsible for the valency. So hence the outermost electrons are called as valence electrons. Outermost electrons are called as valence electrons. These valence electrons are responsible for the valency. It is a nothing but it is an atom or group of atom. It is a atom or group of atoms possessing a charge. Possessing a charge. For example, I have taken here sodium chloride group of two atoms, and this sodium has positive charge and chlorine has negative charge, and this positive charged radical is called as basic radical and the negative charged radical is called as acidic radical, and it is cation, anion. And this basic radical and acid radical comes in the compound radical. Compound radical. So here a single atom possessing a charge is called as a cation. A single atom possessing a negative charge is called as an anion. When it comes to compound radical, it is a combination of two or more atoms and possessing a charge. And if a compound is having a positive charge, it is called as a basic radical, and the compound having a negative charge is called as a acid radical. Basic radical, for example, ammonium you have plus charge, acid radical you have nitrate NO3 minus negative charge. Okay, be clear. Cation and anion comes in a simple radical, basic radical and acid radical comes in a compound radical. Simple radical is nothing but it is a group only a single atom possessing a charges on the top, and compound radical, it is a combination of two or more atoms and possessing a charge. All about today's session. In the next session, I will be continuing with next basic concepts. Thank you.